Joel, as we predicted, Indy and Vile Destiny is not doing that hot at the box office. Racing alarms again. Rumors are that there were emergency, like sources are saying that there were emergency meetings at Burbank on Monday. So you watched the movie. You posted a review out there. I already said I haven't watched Crystal Skull. I'm not gonna watch this one. I'm good. Um, you know, it's unfortunate, and I again go back to what you mentioned on your review that it's not as bad as Crystal Skull. Um, I heard that from various reviewers, but at the same time, you know, I've heard that it's more of the same kind of like trend that we've seen from Lucasfilm. So, um, troubling, right? It's not only them. What's the that Kraken movie that came out from DreamWorks? That
Oh
movie also
yeah,
did very very poorly, right? So it looks like the entire month of June has not been too kind with the box office. A lot of there are lots of hopes for July. Oppenheimer is coming out in the month, and Barbie and the Haunted Mansion, right? And what else is coming out? There's a Mission
Mission
Impossible,
Impossible.
yeah.
Yeah.
So out of all those, dude, I can see Mission Impossible and Oppenheimer probably being the best performers. Um, you don't think so?
Barbie. It's already projected to make three times the amount of Oppenheimer.
Really
I don't know if you've looked into. Well, I
interesting.
mean, think about it. Oppenheimer is an R-rated movie, so you cut out a certain
Yeah,
family demographic, and two, Barbie is like a household name, like internationally even. So it's like you're gonna have people watch it even if they don't think it's good.
Oppenheimer's in a historical drama too, right? So yeah,
It is.
that's
It's
that
an
doesn't
H.
really cook with a lot of like
Yeah.
moviegoers, but granted, it looks like it's gonna be a phenomenal film.
It
So
looks great.
yeah, so um, yeah, man, it's you know, I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen with Lucasfilm. Like, there's tons of rumors, right? We've already done our share of speculation about it. At the end of the day, yeah, I mean, it's clear that there's a problem, and you need to correct this problem as soon as possible. And you all know you all know what I'm talking about. So, she's there. Bob left, and she's still there. I said it.
You called it.
It's just like, yeah.
You
So
said Shell the Bob.
so we gotta we gotta we they gotta do something. Like, something's happening, right? And this is on top of I don't know if you saw that park attendance was down over the Fourth of July weekend. Granted, right? It it was like 1,000,000 degrees out there, and also thunderstorms like every single day.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like the weather was really bad, and but there's cause for concern, like we've said before for Disney. But yeah, Joel, I mean, what do you think about the performance and just a I guess a brief opinion on the movie too?
Yeah, good question, good points. And I think there's multiple factors that went against this movie. I mean, the history just in general from Lucasfilm, the trends, the conversation around it going into it was not good. If people were saying, "Oh my goodness, this is an amazing movie," you would have had more people show up, even if they were disgruntled. But the reviews on it from the critics have been very harsh. From audiences, on the other hand, I don't know if you've checked the audience scores. Most people have been pleased with the movie on an average. We put a poll out on Twitter because that's where you could do polls at the moment, and that's where we got an
Until
interesting reaction.
threads do polls, and
Threads
then
until
and
Threads
then
does polls,
we'll move there.
copy and paste the code.
Yeah.
Um, but with their, I want to say, we had, gosh, we had a multitude of people do reviews, and I kid you not, it was like 40% thought it was great, 30 like 30, like almost close to 30% thought it was good, and then you had like the other small percentages say like it was okay or like I didn't like it, which I thought was very interesting. um I I think I think the thing that really makes the movie struggle is two things. One, it's doesn't have good pacing, and two, the story, although it is not a bad story, it doesn't give you the sense that you would get with maybe the traditional Indiana Jones kind of stuff. The characters themselves are all fine. Action sequences are what really carry the movie because it does feel like the pacing is really bad. But when the action scenes pick up, you're like, oh, this is really cool. But I can see a lot of people having a lot of issues with some of that. I know people who've said they felt like they were going to fall asleep or they did fall asleep, in the movie, and like that's not the kind of things you want to hear from Indiana Jones.
Oh
When I
man.
went to see it, dude, every person that was in the room, aside from maybe like five other people, all had white hair or no hair. So it felt like it was like I, was, I
Thanks,
didn't mean that like
Joe.
about you. I'm sorry, man. But what I was,
Pac-Man, now Baldy.
oh my gosh,
What the heck am I gonna do with
Oh
you,
man,
bro?
Open's just gonna grab me through the screen. Uh, but oh my gosh, I'm sorry, dude. But no, but but like my point being like the demographic was definitely not on the youthful side that we're seeing it. And that's not good either, right? Like you can't just have a niche audience go and see this movie. It's July 4th weekend. This should have been in America at least the weekend where people are gonna go see the latest movie, which would be Indiana Jones. Um, as for me personally, like I said, it was better than King of Crystal Skull, but it it wasn't as good as Raid. It probably was like I don't Temple of Doom. I really don't like. It probably was better than Temple of Doom, honestly. It probably would be like in the like third tier for me.
See,
Like you
Temple
probably have,
Temple of Doom, like right, like going back as a kid,
yeah.
like Temple of Doom is the one that I remember watching first.
Okay,
As a kid, I remember watching Temple of Doom first. Maybe the whole like Kali Matha thing was like really stood out and really hit me in the face. And I was
sure.
a young impressionable boy, and I do remember that more than the face melting. Like I remember the face melting, but I remember the heart ripping more than the melting.
Oh,
So
sure.
yeah,
But like for me, it probably like right now it's probably like Raiders, Last Crusade, Dial of Destiny, Temple of Doom, and then the Chris Kingdom Crystal Skull.
okay,
So it's there. It's just the way they even the way they ended and stuff. What they it's interesting. I don't. I will talk spoilers when you get to see it. I look forward to that. But like you
if
said,
I
Obed,
ever see it.
the Kathleen Kennedy effect, that's tough, man. I mean because there's a bad trend here where it's just not working. I said to you beforehand, I think if she goes, you then have to cancel all the other projects that are in the works. And so long as these projects are happening, she's gonna still be here. Because why would you take her out and let someone else come in to fulfill the very same things that she like then it's gonna still be bad and just someone else's name's gonna be on it. Like you need to kill those other things. I'm not saying that they're bad just because she put them out. I don't want to say that because there's plenty of things she's put out that has actually been good, but the trend is not good. The trend is not good. So yeah, I'm very curious to see what goes on
Yeah.
with that. Oh, but like you said, aside from Spider-Man, that's the only thing in June that really did super well. It's not been a good month aside from that, but July is looking good. I'll watch uh Mission Impossible next week, so I'll probably drop a review on that before I head out for Comic Con.
Cool. Yeah, it's. I mean, we probably beating a dead horse at this point. It's I don't know. I totally understand, right? And again, I respect her career and her work. Um, some of my favorite movies of all time are there,
Yeah,
and I can't be just a blind fanboy and you know like we've a lot of it's again going back to us not being like a fake news channel, like fake outrage. Like there's a like if we wanted to, man,
oh,
with our knowledge, we could run one of the best fake outrage Disney channels on YouTube.
we
but
would
we
get so
don't.
many views. We would get so because they think about it, like even the
Yeah,
content that we post that's like ranting or something, that's the stuff that does well. But we don't want to be known as just the angry YouTubers, you know?
yeah,
Like that's not us, you know? Like we'll
yeah,
call it what we would call it as it is. If something's not good, something's not good. If something's great, something's great. We're level-headed fans.
yeah. Exactly, exactly. And you know, like there's been a ton of stuff like this week. I was like, oh, is she out? There's like a lot of like this Disney hating that's like really hot right now on YouTube,
Hmm.
and you know, it's fine, right, to criticize it, to criticize the company. It's you know acceptable because they have had for the last 5-6 years has been I think that their missteps have been incredibly awful, and the trend continued and they didn't stop and they didn't do anything to course correct, and here we are, right?
Yeah.
So it's gotten to the point where alarms are sounding, and I mean there seems to be action, but like until it's official, we're not going to like, hey, I heard this rumor, because there's rumors every day, right? So again, going back, like Mike Zero has fired because like it's like every other, she's gone. It's like for the 14th time. Like she was fired back when the Last Jedi came out, and here we are, right? She outlasted Bob, which I predicted. Like if we like we've been, dude, like we've been so on point with most of our predictions that again we can run the best Disney outrage channel on YouTube,
Seriously.
and and you make money, but no, we why, right?
Why?
So I'll be lying to myself. So, and I'm not that kind of person. So I don't know, Joel's not that kind of person either. So
Respectable gentleman.
yeah, sir.